Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having an amazing week, amazing sales. I have quite a bit of information to share today, and we're going to start the show off with me clarifying some things about my What I Ate Today YouTube shorts. So if you're not a usual subscriber, if you're not a reseller, but you've been watching these shorts, just stay with me. We will get to this in just a few minutes. Also going to be talking about eBay, Poshmark, other things. So welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I see that somebody's here. So if you can make yourself known, let me know if you can see me okay, if you can hear me okay, because I'm using a different computer's microphone and I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. There is a possibility that we will be interrupted for a few minutes. I have a repairman coming, and so I will need to answer the door and take him to the backyard, but I will be right back. Hi, Glenn. Good to see you here. Don't know if you're still here. You see me? Can you hear me okay? Awesome. That's great. Okay, well, we'll wait till a few more minutes before people come in before I start talking about this clarification I need to make. There's been some comments on my shorts, and I appreciate them, but I just kind of want to clarify so I don't have to keep typing the same answers over and over again to the same question or comment. So how's your day going, Glenn? I'm assuming that you're at work right now. I have, I guess, photographed like 270 photographs, and I'm in the process of uploading the photographs right now. And I'm trying to get enough drafts for tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, because I'm going to be gone. This always happens. So I think I've got all these clothing items to list, and then somehow I get bogged down. It's been a very, very stressful afternoon. I am dealing with a podcast issue, specifically a podcast guest issue. And if any of you watching later have a podcast and you have dealt with a difficult guest, I would love to talk to you because this has never happened before and it's kind of stressing me out, to be honest with you. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the hope that some other people will come in. And I may have to repeat myself a little bit, but hi, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Beth. I live in Houston. I sell on eBay and Poshmark, mostly plus-size clothing, pre-owned, appliance parts, and I've just now added some home decor items to my store, and I've actually sold one this week. So that was exciting, and I sold it on Poshmark, and I was really glad that it sold on Poshmark because it was like the most cheaply made item that I had. And so there are no returns on Poshmark. I feel like my description was good enough to show that it was, cheaply made, very, very lightweight, very thin. But I have a feeling that I won't have a return if they get it and it's not what they expected. We shall see. So someone else is here. Please make yourself known. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Glenn says he can hear me and see me okay. So, hear you, see you. Okay, I get it now. I didn't read that right. All right, so here we go with the shorts. So I have started a new eating plan where I am basically trying to eat mostly preservative free, and I'm also counting calories. And I have been using the app called MyFitnessPal, and a lot of people use it. It reminds me a lot of the Weight Watchers app, only it uses calories instead of points. I used it years ago. All right, so last week I uploaded 5 videos, 5 shorts on YouTube showing you what I ate every day. And then at the end, I showed you MyFitnessPal final page, which showed you broken down with the calories and how many calories I ate that day. All right, and the calories were set to 1,200 calories. The reason they were set to 1,200 calories was years ago when I used my Fitness Pal, that's what it was set on. I didn't even know you could change it. I really didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, 1,200 calories. Okay, I can do that. And I had a couple of days where I struggled, but mostly I ate the 1,200 calories or a little bit less. Well, I started getting comments on these shorts, and I'm very appreciative of the comments. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Good to see you. I started getting comments on these shorts and also a few comments from people that I know privately saying, hey, Beth, 1,200 calories, that's not enough. You need to up the calories. One comment, which I really liked, was that 1,200 calories may be doable for a while, but it's not sustainable in the long run. And I agree with that. So I wanted to show you on my Fitness Pal how I came up with the 1,200 calories. So right here on, I don't know if you can see, it goes by your weight and your height and what you want your goal weight to be. And so I had it set for lose 2 pounds a week. And when you do that, when you put 2 pounds per week, your calories, which are over here, go to 1,200. And that's what I had it set at. Now, I haven't had lunch yet, so I have quite a few calories left to go. All right, so then I thought, well, now that because I Googled it to figure out how to change it. So now let's say I wanted to lose 1.5 pounds a week. I'll put that down there. And now my diary reads that I get 1,300, gosh, can I get it up there? 1,350 calories right there. All right, that's losing 1.5 pounds a week. And then if I set it for, I want to lose 1 pound a week, then it will go to 1,600 calories. All right. Now, because this is a new adventure for me and I need to see I really need to see some changes. Okay. I need some motivation. That's why I put it, well, it was already on lose 2 pounds a week. And I really think, especially right now, a lot of what I'm losing is water. And I have lost close to 6 pounds in the last, 11 days. And most of that is water because I never drank water before. So what I've decided to do, and it's not to appease people, it's not to defend myself or whatever. I really took that into consideration and I thought, well, I'm going to put it on lose 1.5 pounds per week. And so it's going to be at 1,350. Okay. And I can guarantee you that most days I will not eat that many calories unless, we eat out or I make some wonderful dish that has lots of calories in it, which I did last week. I'd rather go under than go over mentally. All right. But I don't feel comfortable with the 1,600 calories at all. So I just wanted to clarify that. And I hope some of the people who are watching the shorts are watching right now so that I don't have to keep writing and saying, because they're like, where did you get 1,200 calories from? From my Fitness Pal. 1,200 calories isn't healthy. Okay, well, I had it set for, so hoping this will kind of clear that up. So, hey, Joanne, how are you? Hey, Carl. So how is this eating plan going? Well, I've been getting a lot of things that are basically preservative free. This is what I'm having for lunch: Bare Naked granola, cacao and peanut butter crunch. Now, just to give you an idea, a half a cup is 250 calories. Like, that's going to take a lot. And then I put a little bit of brown sugar, and then I put a little bit of milk, and that's it. But this is a good 350 calorie lunch. Okay, it's not like 100 calories. Okay. Last week I made some amazing meals. I made beef bourguignon, which I filmed it with the GoPro so that people who wanted to make it could make it. However, I had my GoPro set straight ahead. So all you saw the whole time was the backsplash of my kitchen. You did not see the pot and everything I was adding. So that was a fail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remake it in a couple of weeks because I have a lot of the ingredients, and I'll be sure to point it more downward and check it to make sure that it's recording correctly before I do the whole thing. I was really bummed because it came out so delicious. I put a scoop of Greek yogurt on top to cut the fat. It was very, very salty. And I'm told that beef bourguignon is a salty dish anyway, but when it started cooking down, that makes the salt, more prevalent on top. And when it started cooking down, I was panicked because it was getting too thick. So I was adding bean barrow broth to put some more liquid in it, and I think that made it even saltier. So next time I'm going to add water, or half and half water, half and half broth, whenever I feel like it's getting too thick. And then the next day, 2 days later, we had it for leftovers. It was even better the second day than it was on the original day. And then I had one more helping about 4 days later, and that did it. It was one of the best meals I've ever made, and it was a real hit over here. So look for that. I'm going to refilm it, and you will absolutely love it. You will absolutely love it. Another dish that I loved is I made pan-fried flounder. Never did that before. I've made stuffed flounder before, but never pan-fried. That was amazing, and I did it all myself. I didn't look on the internet. I just got in the kitchen and just started doing stuff. And that's the problem with that, because then when she says, oh, I like this, you can cook this again. I have no idea how I made it. And then the last one I also made was I got some real thin chicken breast, and I seasoned them kind of Italian seasonings. I put the leftover marinara sauce from our spaghetti on there and then baked it, and it didn't take long because they were super thin. And then at the end, I put a little bit of Swiss cheese on top and melted it. Guys, it was so yummy. And we had 4 chicken breasts, so that was 2 meals on that one. But the calories were high, but it was a good meal. Everything I used was organic, and I feel really great right now. I feel really great. What's up, Carl? Most of the yogurts have too much sugar. Yeah, I've been eating Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. I don't know if there's a benefit to that, but that's what I've been doing, is doing Greek yogurt, because I don't eat enough dairy as it is. So, all right, let me look on my notes, because I had lots of things I wanted to say. So I'm kind of shaky because I'm very, very stressed out right now about this podcast guest. And I finally had to block her, which is just a shame, because we recorded for an hour and 15 minutes yesterday, and that interview is not going to be posted. And it's a real shame, but I just came to the decision like 5 minutes before I came on here. So I'm still like, I was reading my message to my wife, to her, does this sound okay? And she's like, well, that's a little bit rough, take this part out. And so I messaged her and said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be publishing this podcast. I'm so sorry. And then I blocked her on Facebook Messenger. And then I had to look up what happens when you block somebody on Facebook Messenger. Can they see your Facebook post? Because she's in a group that I'm in where I request guests, and I don't want her to see that. Another thing she could do is she could just go on that group and badmouth me. I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know. I just can't handle all the stress. All right. Any questions about the eating plan before I go on to eBay? Because I do have some things to show you guys on eBay. I have a ticket open on eBay right now, but I got a call today or tomorrow. Have them call me and make sure I'm still on the ticket, because the ticket was actually opened by other sellers, and they added me to it. And I don't know if I'm in even still. The last time I called about something else, I asked them if the ticket was still open, and they said yes. So I don't know if you noticed, but every time you go to your active listings, it looks different, you know. All right, so let me share my screen here. Yeah, it was really bad, Carl, and I would suspect, well, I know it has to do with her OCD. She's obsessing about things, and she won't let it go, and she won't let it go. And I have no doubt this is OCD related, but I can't work this way. So that's all. I just told her, I said, I can't do this anymore. And, I hope you understand. And I don't know if I said, I hope you understand. I probably should have, but I don't know. All right, let me make this big. Okay, so, all right, usually, this has never looked like this before. Usually on a normal day, I can go to categories. Like I said, it doesn't normally look like this, but you can go to categories and you can sort your store by category, store categories or eBay categories. And these are the categories that I see. And these are the sections in my inventory where I put my items. All right. But I do sort them whenever I am going to inventory the skinny leg section. I will pick all the skinny items and it will pull them up. And then I think I have, what did I say? 67, 50, 62. And then I will click them all and I will end them. And then I will inventory them and then I will put them back in. But what I need is my second store categories. So let's look at this one. Well, I can't really do that. Let me see. I guess I have to edit to see the second store category. So let's just go to this one. All right. So I have two categories. The first one is where it's located in my inventory room. And then the second category is how long it's been listed, or i.e., how much of a discount it is. This is a small item that I want to get rid of. It's in the 75% off category. So that's what mine looks like, but I can't pull up that 75% category when I'm on the active listings page. All right, let me look for something else here. I need to find something that's okay. Let's look for this one. At the end of the month, I move categories around. So hearts means that it was listed in August. And so in a couple of months, I'm going to want to move everything from hearts category to 20% off. Right now it's 10% off. And I can't do that because I cannot sort by second store categories. If this is as clear as mud, let me know. I have to be able to see this. Okay. It's frustrating. It just went away at the beginning of October, and they said that other people were complaining about it and they were working on it. And the closer it gets to the end of the month, I'm like, how am I going to move my categories? How am I going to do that? I could do a search by date, which is in the SKU, but it's not going to pick up everything probably. But it'll pick up the majority of them, but I need it back. And when you call, all they say is they're working. And I'm sure this isn't like a major problem. I'm sure they have many more problems to deal with at eBay than the second store categories. But my point is they took them away. Why did they take them away? Now I can see them. I can see second store categories and I can still run my sales using the second store categories, and I can still do my promoted listings. I just can't sort my whole store, and that is frustrating. Hey, Holly, yeah, how's your foot doing? Did you injure your foot, or do you just have some kind of condition with your foot that Did you fall or something? I'm so sorry. Yeah, and why do they do this during quarter four? They can't seem to help themselves. That's true, but it would still be upsetting to me whether it was quarter 1, 2, or 3, or 4. It's just, oh, bunion surgery. Okay, yeah, no fun. What's the recuperation time on that? Yeah, everybody think of Holly. She just had foot surgery. Really bad. So that's my frustration right now with eBay. I think the last time we talked, and I don't remember when that was, I was telling you guys that I feel comfortable when my 7-day total is $1,200, give or take. Then I feel like I'm on track. And it went down as $700. It went down to $700. So I was making like $200 gross less a month. And it is now at $1,086 for the last 7 days. So I have picked up some steam, but it's not really moving the needle. Like, it still shows I'm 20.7% down from the last 31 days. And then that was last month. And then the month before that, I was like 27% down from August. So it's still a really big discrepancy. I am up for the year. I don't know. I was up about 16%, but let me check and see. I mean, I know that matters, but I also need money in my account. I need to pay my bills. So I'm up 17.3 from last year, which is great, but I need money in my account. And so that's not going to help me. I'm going to probably have to pull from savings to help pay for some, because it just seems like the more you sell, the more supplies you need. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to an anonymous subscriber who purchased for me 25 14 by 4 by 12 boxes for my home decor items. Thank you so much. I want to keep her anonymous because I don't know that she wants me to announce it, but these just literally showed up at my doorstep and it was great. Like, I've already used one. So it was like I've already sold a sign. So 6 weeks recoup time. Okay. Took lots of, I read that you took lots of pictures before, and that's a good idea. I'm glad you were prepared. I feel like my store is going to grow sales wise, but then at Thanksgiving, I'm leaving because the baby's going to be born, and I feel like it's going to start all over again. I'm wondering if Bridget was correct that maybe my store did go down because I did have my store on 10-day handling at one point for a few days, and then it went to 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. Kind of wondering if maybe has taken that long to catch up, or if I was just having a sucky fourth quarter. I don't know. How's everybody else's sales? I would really like to know, because I haven't really been watching much YouTube. I've been just spinning my wheels here, treading water, trying to get things done. And I will be working after the show for a while. If anybody wants to work privately, I have to record a video today for the Thrifted Look for Less challenge. So I will need about 30 minutes to do that. But other than that, I'd be glad to work with people. Just message me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want. So I don't think, Maggie, I don't think Summer's had a hangout in a long time, has she? Have you seen one? Because I haven't. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and send out some juju right now and see if somebody gets a sale. All right, I hope that helps you make a sale during the show. Let me know if you sell something. I'm not going to be on a long time because, like I said, I've got to work. I've got a huge tub of things that need to be listed today, and I'm running out of time. No, I haven't seen one pop up in quite a while. Maggie, did you listen to the beginning when I was talking about the calories? How do you feel about 1,200 calories? Do you feel like it's too low? Or do you think I should stay? I think I should stay at the 1350 for now, and just probably, I mean, I'll hit it once in a while, but I don't think I'll hit. I'm eating enough protein to where I'm pretty full. And but I tell you what, the fruit's kicking my butt, because whenever I buy all this fruit and then it's just sitting there and I'm not eating it. So then I go in there and I'm like, I really don't want this fruit. It's not something I want. So I'm probably gonna, in fact, Saturday when I went, I bought less fruit. Because I could see that it's going to waste. My eBay sales have been a dumpster fire, but I was on vacation twice in the past month, so it's expected. Yeah, Joanne. Okay. Yeah, I have to go by that. Definitely too low. Okay, you feel better with the 1350. I don't feel good with the 1600 at all. I mean, there were days when I wasn't, eating healthy, that I was eating 1600. There were days I was eating a lot more, but we did order Chick-fil-A last week one night. I had a small meal instead of a larger meal, because she needed some soup. She wasn't feeling well, and we just decided, and I had a lot of calories left that day, and I was like, okay, we'll order Chick-fil-A. Manissa's not here, so she can't get on to me. I'm not a big fruit eater. I buy just one type of fruit to eat once a day. That's a good idea. Like, I bought a couple of plums on Saturday. I haven't touched them. I haven't eaten a plum in probably 40 years. And I thought, I'm going to try a plum, and oranges I don't typically eat. I bought oranges last week's groceries, and my orange is still in there. I'm going to probably have to throw the grapefruit away because I cut it sideways. I don't know why I did that. I cut it backwards than I'm used to. And I don't like eating it like that. Bananas are going bad before we can even eat them. Bananas are just terrible. You can eat them. They're good for like 1 or 2 days, and then the rest of the time they're either too ripe or not ripe enough. What else do I have in there? Watermelon was a total bomb because I bought 6 wedges and I didn't eat them all. And I need to throw them out. They're all mushy. I tried, but watermelon has a lot of, and like Adam was telling me, a lot of sugar in them. And so it wasn't like I could eat that many at a time. And apples are not my thing unless somebody else will cut them up for me. I'm always have this fear of biting into an apple and my teeth fall out, my front teeth. I know that's not going to happen, but I just have that fear. I take really good care of my teeth, and I don't like the dentist, and even this, I was scared to eat this granola. But when I put it in the milk, it got a little bit softer. I don't like eating hard things. I don't eat corn nuts anymore for that reason. I'm just petrified that I'm going to break a tooth and then have to go in to see the dentist. So thank you, Adam. I'm about 6 pounds, I think. I don't know. The way this app is working, I don't remember it doing this. Like, it used to do, like, when you weighed in, it would come up and say, you lost 1.3 pounds. It doesn't do that anymore. I think it does it, when you get to like a significant number, like 10, it might, but it doesn't really show me. You have to really, let's see, what's today? Yeah, I think I've lost like 5.5. It's just hard to read. 232. I don't know. Yeah, about 6 pounds. I really wish it would say, how much weight you've lost since the last time you make banana bread or pudding with the bad bananas. They're just so bad. They're black. I can't make banana bread with them like that. The next day, it's like we're cutting most of it up. Janie said she had like a quarter of a banana when she cut it all up. I spend the money and buy pre-cut fruit. Otherwise, I don't eat it. And I think that's what we've decided. I didn't get the watermelon wedges, chunks, because they were expensive. But so I got the wedges and cut them up myself. But when I went Saturday, I noticed that they didn't have as many chunks in the little container, and it really wasn't as expensive as I thought it was. So I think that's what we're going to do. We did that with pineapple this weekend, which reminds me I need to eat pineapple. Tell me about it, Beth. It kind of all kinds of issues with my teeth. By the way, send positive thoughts my way. Trying another cortisone shot for my back on Monday. Okay, we will be thinking of you, Adam. Everybody think of you. Let me see if I can write that down on my planner, and maybe I can contact you Monday. Are you having it in the morning or afternoon, Adam? Tuesday, it's hard for me to connect because I'm at work. That's another thing that I need to. I'm going to put on here message Adam, and I can always move it. Let me know if you're having it in the morning or the afternoon, Adam. I'm really seriously thinking about talking to my boss about going in 1 day a week because the anxiety is just too much. There's just too much going on in this house right now for me to be gone 2 days a week. I know that sounds crazy. You think there's only 2 people living here, but there's 2 elderly dogs. There are doctor's appointments. My parents have doctor's appointments. Next week, they're going to be in Branson. My brother's driving them, thank goodness. But there's doctor's appointments to keep up for them. The baby's coming. I want to start maybe taking off more time while she's on maternity leave and go up there. And I can't do that, You make smoothies with your aging fruit. I haven't made a smoothie. I don't have anything to make a smoothie with. I have a contraption that I have on Amazon list to make smoothies. I need to look more into that, making smoothies. I would like to do that. So I'm going to get some good recipes. If anybody's got some good smoothie recipes for me and you can tell me the calories, I might start doing that. I won't know until Friday sometime. They called yesterday, but won't know the schedule until tomorrow. Okay. Branson sounds fun. Yeah. With my parents, I'm not so sure. I'm glad he's going this time instead of me. I did the last trip, and so he's a little bit nervous about, I don't know, he's a little nervous, but I told him he needs to give them time to themselves because this is their trip. He's just the driver. So he needs to drop them off at a show and go do something for a couple of hours and let them have some alone time. I think that's really important. Okay, so we talked about my sales. We talked about my category issue. All right, Poshmark, and I may come back to eBay if I think of anything. Poshmark, I'm having issues there. Other people are as well. I saw my first sign on Poshmark, if we weren't here earlier. That's my new niche, is home decor. And my first sign sold on Poshmark. And I was glad it sold because it was a little iffy. It was pretty cheaply made. It was very thin. It was, y'all may remember it if y'all were on my haul. It was, it's all fun and games until the beer runs out. You put it in a bar or whatever. It's super thin. I don't know why I got it. I just thought the sign was cute. But then even when I was listing it, I thought, okay, this thing is pretty cheaply made. I need to put something in here that instead of saying it's cheaply made, just say this sign is very thin. It's very lightweight. And it sold on Poshmark. So hopefully if they get it and they're like, well, this is a lot more cheaply made than I thought it was, they won't be able to return it. I know that sounds terrible, but whew, I was glad it was on Poshmark. The issue I'm having now, and I wish Poshmark would change 2 things. First, when somebody comments or messages you on Poshmark, for those of you that are not on Poshmark, it doesn't like have a sign or a red thing or anything that says, hey, you got a message. Where when you go to your eBay dashboard, it says you have 6 messages. You have 1 message. The little red thing comes up in the corner and you click it and it'll say you have a message. Poshmark doesn't do that. Okay. I hardly ever check my email box. I have no reason to. It's a box that I just, unless somebody tells me, hey, I'm sending you an email, I just don't check it on a regular basis, And so that's where Poshmark's notification goes to tell me I have a message or a comment under an item. So what happened the other day was somebody won something in a silent auction, but they did not bid, they said, and they wanted to cancel the order. And I never saw anything telling me someone wants to cancel an order. And they should have something up on the Poshmark dashboard. Raise your hand if you're with me, if you're a Poshmark seller, because this got me in trouble before. So they wanted to cancel. And then when I went to my my email yesterday to check on an Amazon order or something, I saw it says, you have, someone sent you a message, and I could see where it said cancellation request. Well, I'd already shipped it. So then I went in and I looked at it, and in order to look at it, first you have to find the item in your sales, and then you can look at it, view conversation, and it said, please, I did not buy this, please cancel the order. And then the next one was, I've been trying to message you, you haven't replied, I need to cancel the order. And then the next one was, they took it to Poshmark, and Poshmark said, unfortunately, all auction sales are final. You can message the seller and see if they will cancel. And then they said, well, I already did that. And then Poshmark said, well, then I'm sorry, there are no refunds. The reason this is happening, and I may have talked about this before, is in the auctions. I don't know if it's in regular auctions or just silent auctions. This is what Crystal told me. If people want to look at an item more closely that is being bid on, they can hit it with their finger, and it will take them to the Poshmark Closet, and they can look at the whole listing and everything to see if it's something that they're interested in. But what people are accidentally doing is they're swiping it, and a swipe equals a bid, and people don't know that. And so I have had several cases open up against me for this reason. They say, I did not buy this item. I did not buy this item. And Poshmark tells them, I'm sorry, all auction sales are final. And I think that's very wrong, Poshmark, on your part. I think you need to take the swipe away, and they need to hit like a bid button or something, because that's really not, I don't think that's fair. Because when you push it, if you move your finger just a little bit, you're going to swipe it. And, what if you have a toddler in your lap and you're trying to push it and you swipe? I think that's very unethical. I'm sorry. Do they have casinos there? No, Branson does not have casinos. Not that they won't stop at a casino on the way. I'm not sure where they would stop, but no casinos there. Just talk to mom friend, bring to hospital, possible stroke, prayers. Oh, okay. Is your mom's friend? I am so sorry, Swamp. And there's so many people getting sick. And I had someone ask questions about a pair of jeans and then wanted to try them on and expect free returns if they didn't fit. I'd be out of cleft at least $16. I'm only selling them for $20. I have 3 returns right now in my box. Oh no, 2. Both of them are for do not fit. I take free returns for do not fit, so I can't. And so they're saying waiting for buyer to ship the item. This person requested on September 30th. That one will probably roll off soon. And this one requested on October 9th. A lot of times, especially with 60-day free returns, they forget to return the item. Actually, this one was doesn't like item, because I put that it had light flannel, which to me was that it wasn't super fuzzy flannel. And they took it to mean that the robe was lightweight, and they said it was not lightweight. So they said they didn't like it, but they've had October 9th. They still haven't sent it. So you're out the shipping, Adam. You're not out the money. You're out the shipping back. I don't have free shipping. If I had free shipping and free returns, I'd have to pay for it there and back. Yeah, that would equal about $12 shipping that I would lose. But I don't lose any money on the item. I lose money on the shipping. But I have a lot of repeat buyers, and I I don't know. It's worked for me. I'm sorry it doesn't work for you, but yeah, that swipe thing is messed up. It really is. Your mom. It's your mom? Oh, Glenn, is she far away from you? Um, can you get there? Where does she live, Glenn? Is she near you? Oh, you had free shipping on that item. Okay, I will never do free shipping for that reason. Um, I did have free shipping on my appliances when I started in January, but I did not have free returns. And so now I have paid shipping and free returns. I have had several returns on appliance parts for stupid reasons, and it irritates me, but I just have to move on. I had a tea filter. They returned it because when they got it, they realized that their tea maker wasn't working, so they didn't need the filter anymore. I've had a couple that say this doesn't fit my machine, which is why about 3 places in the listing I say make sure that your machine is this model number. You can't fix stupid. You can't. People don't read, but more than what I look at is I'm bringing in more than I'm spending, and so I'm making money. So I try not to let that work. I stew on it for about 2 minutes, and then I just have to let it go, because you can't fix that, people, right? So anyway, so that's my, did I say both beef? Yeah, so the swipe thing they need to fix, and they need to fix if they don't fix the swipe thing, if there's something that would come up on my Posh dashboard that says you have a message, that would be great. You have to go to news, and then you have to go to comments. All right. I really rarely do that. Like, maybe that's on me, but I don't do that. And so I'm trying to make a valiant effort before I ship to see if that happens. But when you're busy, and like I had 39 packages to ship out on Monday morning. Was it Monday? Tuesday morning? Because we had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I had like 39 packages. I was not going to go and look for I was just lucky to get them out. I had a really good weekend. But they need to fix that. I have to hop out and go pick up my grandson. I'll watch the rest later. Okay, thanks, my baggie. Love you. All right, so the next thing I want to say is at the thrift store, I got 115 items. So I'm hoping I don't have to go back on Monday, because I have about 4 or 5 machines to part out. And on Saturday, I'm going to the flea market. And so I'm going to be specifically looking for appliances and home decor wall hanging. I got to remember to take my batteries with me in case I see any clocks. So I'm hoping that I will hit it big on Saturday at the flea market. I know that's kind of wishful thinking. If I hit it big, then I don't have to go to my honey hole on Monday. If I come out with 0, which is very rare at the flea market that I come out with 0, then I will thrift on Monday. I found something really sad happened to me on Monday, because the lady that usually checks me out, and I hadn't been there in like a month, okay, because I'd been on vacation. The lady that usually checks me out was not there. And I was standing in line, and I kind of yelled over to the lady who was, they all know me there, who was checking, was in her place, standing at that cash register. And I said, where's the lady? Because I didn't know her name. Where's the lady that is usually here? And she yelled back and she said, at home. And I was like, oh, okay. She's probably sick, or she's taking the day off, whatever. She's always there. And so then when I got up to the front, I saw this jar, and it said funeral expenses for, her name was Adonia. And I was kind of looking at that. And then the lady looked at me and she said she died. And I was like, oh, this lady was super nice to me every time. I didn't like her in the beginning because she yelled at me. The very first time I met her, she yelled at me across the store. She said, you cannot take the cart out of the store. She was just screaming at me. And I yelled back at her, and I said, I do it every week, and I was so mad at her. And I always tried to avoid her. But then when they put her at the cash register, was about the time that my dad had his fall, and my dad almost, passed away. And I guess she could tell in my face I was sad. And she asked me, I don't know, my eBay's going off right now. I don't know what's going on. She asked me what was wrong, and I said, well, my dad fell. He's in intensive care. And so for the last 2 years, every single Monday when I go in there, she says, how's your daddy? How's your daddy? How's your mommy? How's your mommy? And it was so sweet. And now I can't do that anymore. And I'm so sad. I'm just so sad that she's not there. And so of course, I put money in the jar for her funeral expenses, but you just never know. Be sure you are kind to everyone, because you never know when they're not going to be around, right? And that's not the only reason to be kind, but I have my Be Kind shirt on today, and I try to wear it when I go to my honey hole, because a lot of the people there are not kind. And a lot of the people are, some of them are, I respect the culture of people who shop there. I respect the culture. They take care of one another. There was a lady on one aisle. It was obvious her granddaughter, and she had fallen. I think she tried to get on the cart or something, and I guess she caught her before she fell. And I heard her say, and her granddaughter was crying, and I heard her say, I told you not, that's why I told you not to climb on that, and the kid kept crying. And so I said, I hollered over, because I'm a grandmother. I said, what are you doing, pinching that baby to make her cry? And she goes, no, I caught her before she fell and everything. And so then another lady who didn't know her, handed over a candy bar over the aisle and said, here, see if that will, calm her down. And so they take care of one another, even though they don't know each other. And I love that part of the culture. I wish that our culture would be more like that. I don't know. Okay, Glenn, good luck, and keep us posted. Okay. You can message me at any time and let me know what's going on. Did you see StreamYard change their pricing? Their basic plan is $45 now. No, I haven't, because I'm on the other plan. I hope that doesn't mean my plan is going up, because I already pay like $226 or something a year. God, I hope that doesn't go up. I don't know, but I use StreamYard for this channel, and I also use it for my podcast. So I had a duh moment when for my podcast, before they can come on my show, they have to meet with me for 10 minutes. And that's just so I know they're a real person. I don't want to know about their story, because I want it to be very natural, but I just want to talk to them, tell them what to expect, that they need to wear earbuds, make sure that they have been diagnosed and treated for OCD. I mean, now if they come on and they haven't even been treated, we don't have anything to talk about. And so I would do it through Facebook Messenger most of the time, because that's where I was finding these people. And then on the day of the show, or the day of the recording, they couldn't get into StreamYard. There's always, not always, but a lot of times there was a problem. They couldn't get into StreamYard, or they get in and I couldn't hear them, or they couldn't hear me. And so finally I was like, duh, Beth, on your 10-minute talk, you need to do it in StreamYard, and that way you know that they can do it. And so that's how I've been doing it, and it's helped me so much. Ugh. Except for this last one, guys. I don't know. I don't think this lady's gonna badmouth me everywhere, but my OCD's telling me she's going to. So I gotta get that out of my head. I don't know. Yeah, I better check it out. Yeah. I don't know who Luria is, but yeah, I think I just paid my money. I think it renews in September. I think that was the reason why I think I dipped into my savings for that, because I didn't want to pay for it out of my sales that month. I don't know. I have savings, but I don't want to use it. I want my savings to grow. I mean, Maggie and I want to go to Disney next year. Beth, you know how I do lives, always problems with lives. Yeah, well, there is, and I'm on my work computer because my new computer, the camera and the microphone aren't right. And I really thought it was my internet, and y'all are telling me I look fine. And I'm using my Logitech camera, and it seems fine over here. And I was thinking about using a headset today, and I thought, well, we're just going to try this. And so far, it hasn't been a problem. Has anybody made a sale during the show? Because I'm getting ready to hop off here because I got tons of stuff to list, and I have to go eat my granola. So look for more shorts starting tomorrow of what I ate today. Give me a heart or whatever you do on those things, thumbs up. I don't know. Give me some encouragement. I don't know why people want to watch me eat, but I had a feeling it would be popular. Like the second one I put up has like over 1,000 views. Like it's crazy that people, my wife thinks it's totally nuts. But the reason I do it is accountability to me. If I know I have to put that video up, I will continue eating this way. Because I don't go to a group, I don't go to a nutritionist, somebody to be made accountable to. And we're not good accountability partners. Because she's like, you want a hamburger? And I'm like, sure. You want to go get Mexican food? Sure. Like we don't say, well, no, we really can't. I don't have enough calories. We won't do that. So that is my accountability. But I had a feeling that people were going to like it. And again, if you're watching this later and you commented on them, I am not upset at you or trying to defend myself. I appreciate all the comments, and I'm at 1350 now. So it is like having a diet bar. But the thing about it is she's like, why does it have to be public? Why does everything you do have to be made public? And I'm like, well, I'm just trying this. If it helps me, it helps me. So far it is. It's a little bit of a push. One day I didn't put anything up because I erased all the video somehow, and I went to my trash, and they weren't even in my trash. So I don't know what happened to them. I know when I watched Jenny Hutt's, the one she did, there are days where she'll say, well, I ate this, but I forgot to video it. You got to do it in under 60 seconds. And so that's why I wanted to come on here today and be able to explain, because I could never explain it in 60 seconds. So I don't know. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. We're just under an hour here, so I think we did pretty well. We covered a lot of stuff. Hopefully, I will have a Sunday night live stream for you. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you this haul. It was pretty awesome, but it's the same old stuff, lots of pajamas and lots of jeans and tunics and things like that. So I don't know. Anyway, everyone have a great rest of your week. Great sales. Don't forget, we're all in this business boat together. So paddle on, and may God keep you in his pocket. Bye-bye.